Do you suffer from persistent bone pain and arthritis? So, you suffer from a lack of vitamin D without realizing it. Vitamin D is very important for your bone health, as vitamin D deficiency leads to serious problems such as infections and back pain. Not only that, but its deficiency also leads to high blood pressure, a weak immune system, and many other problems inside our bodies. So it's imperative to know how to get vitamin D. It's impossible to get enough vitamin D for our bodies through food, as there are few foods that contain vitamin D, so we must be exposed to sunlight to get enough vitamin D for our bodies, as sunlight is one of the main sources for obtaining vitamin D. When we are exposed to sunlight, ultraviolet rays undergo a series of chemical reactions with cholesterol, which is found under the skin to produce vitamin D, so the body needs cholesterol to produce vitamin D. Yes, I say cholesterol that we get from animal fats, animal butter, eggs, and other foods. The theory which says that fats should be prevented from food content to maintain the health of the body is a false theory par excellence. Cholesterol is the primary substance of the hormone cortisol that is secreted from the adrenal cortex, and cholesterol contributes to the production of bile salts. Cortisol, vitamin D, and bile salts are effective anti-inflammatories, so the absence of cholesterol leads to a lot of bone and muscle pain. It's necessary for the health of our bodies in general, but all the damage occurs from sugar and refined carbohydrates, which turn into our bodies to the bad or oxidized type of cholesterol, which inflicts all kinds of damage to the arteries, as well as some manufactured vegetable oils, whose manufacturing process includes heating to high temperatures, which exposes them to oxidation, and it is known that oxidizing oils cause inflammation and pain in the body. Also, many chemicals are added during the manufacture of these oils that cause a lot of harm to the body, and therefore it's necessary to stay away from these harmful substances. Do you feel arthritis and joint pain when changing weather conditions, especially in winter? What's the reason? And what's the effect of weather on bone pain? Among the prevailing beliefs of many people with rheumatism, the weather affects them negatively, and this idea is old despite its error. But the fact is that lack of exposure to the sun and the lack of regular physical activity on rainy days is the real responsible for those pain, and therefore, don't be lazy about physical activity, especially in the winter season. Back pain. One of the main reasons for recurring back pain is the weakness of the back muscles, because the loss of muscle strength in the back can cause back pain, and therefore, studied exercises must be done that help build muscles and reduce back pain. What about arthritis and back pain that girls suffer from? Here is the direct reason, which is the height of the heel of the shoe, as many studies have proven that high-heeled shoes lead to pain in the spine, especially when the heel exceeds more than 6 centimeters. What foods can play an important role in fighting arthritis? If you suffer from arthritis, you have to include fatty fish in your diet, and then you will feel the difference. Why? Fatty fish such as sardines, salmon, and tuna contain vitamin D, which, as mentioned, acts as a strong anti-inflammatory and maintains bone health, and its deficiency is one of the main causes of bone pain. Also, fatty fish contains omega-3 fatty acids, which can also be obtained from nutritional supplements, such as fish oil supplements, flaxseed oil, and chia seeds. Omega-3 works to fight inflammation, especially arthritis. There's also a great option for treating arthritis and getting rid of it without medication. They are some types of healthy oils. There are some types of oils that can reduce inflammation in addition to fish oil, such as extra virgin olive oil that contains oleocanthal, which works to reduce inflammation, and many experts also advise using olive oil in massaging places of arthritis and its pain, as massaging with olive oil over successive days can reduce those pains and save you from inflammation. And if you want to get rid of arthritis quickly, you should pay attention to dairy products, milk, yogurt, and different types of cheese, as they contain a good proportion of vitamin D and calcium, which increase the strength of your bones and reduce inflammation and painful symptoms. Also, don't forget dark leafy vegetables, as these dark vegetables are rich in vitamin D and one of the most powerful natural antioxidants, which enhances the work of the immune system and resists infections and inflammation. On top of dark vegetables, cabbage, lettuce, and chard, as they are important vegetables for strong bones and to get rid of arthritis. Came the role of broccoli. It's very important and it can be an effective treatment for arthritis, as it contains a substance called sulforaphane, which scientists have proven to slow the progression of osteoporosis, in addition to being rich in vitamin K, vitamin C, and calcium. Don't wait until you develop osteoporosis or suffer from arthritis. These tips are for healthy people before patients, so follow them to keep your bones strong and protect yourself from osteoporosis and the occurrence of arthritis. What about garlic? Garlic has been known since ancient times for its ability to reduce inflammation, as it contains many compounds that reduce cartilage inflammation. You can swallow a clove of garlic daily on an empty stomach, and after a few days, you will notice the difference in your general strength. One of the important things that you should add to your diet is green tea, because it contains high levels of polyphenols, which are among the most powerful antioxidants that fight any inflammation present in the body, especially arthritis. We also recommend that you eat nuts because they are good for your heart health and act as an antioxidant, and contains calcium, zinc, magnesium, and vitamin E. In addition, they contain acids that boost the immune system's ability. Just as there are materials that are useful in combating arthritis and bone pain, there are others that increase the symptoms and pain resulting from inflammation. Stay away from them immediately, on top of which is sugar. What happens to your joints and bones when you overeat or even eat sugar? Don't eat white sugar, as this at first leads to weight gain, which increases the load on your joints and bones, and eating sugar increases the risk of developing fatty liver, fluctuating energy levels of the body, and increasing the aging of cells, thus directly affects general health and joints in particular. Also, sugar leads to an increased risk of injury with gout, as sugars raise levels of uric acid in the blood, which increases the risk of developing an exacerbated gout and arthritis. Stay away from the refined carbohydrates that are found in white bread, chips, and white rice that stimulate inflammation in the body in general. So, what do you eat? You can rely on barley bread or on wheat bread. White rice can be consumed after soaking it in hot water for about 20 minutes. What about the role of calcium? Calcium has an important role in the strength of your spine, but it can become harmful to your body when consumed excessively, according to health reports, because consuming too much calcium may lead to bloating, constipation, and gastrointestinal irritation. So, it's recommended to get calcium naturally from a healthy diet, and not to take calcium supplements except according to the doctor's recommendations. If you want strong bones, you should eat sesame, and it's recommended to eat it in the evening before bed, as calcium is absorbed in the body.